Lately, Morocco has been experiencing many destructive natural disasters, such as earthquakes, strong thunderstorms, wildfires, to name but a few. For example, the country has experienced severe flood events, causing substantial loss of life and property damages. Now, I want you to think about what we could have done to avoid such tragedies. Well, the answer is a preemptive, real-time alerts. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about natural disaster alerts, how they work, and what communities are most affected. One of the reasons natural disasters have inflicted great losses and damages is because we lack an emergency alert system in place, especially in remote areas where communities are almost unaware and unprepared for these kinds of severe natural conditions. These devastating natural events are a direct result of climate change, which is a serious global challenge, not just in our country, but around the world. And it is our duty and commitment as human beings to stand together in the face of this urgent issue and mitigate its impact on our most vulnerable communities. Speaking of vulnerable communities, I want to tell you a story about a young boy. Youssef was just 14, a joyful boy with a love for football. One rainy afternoon near Taroudant, he was playing with friends, their laughter rising above the drizzle. But the skies had other plans. In minutes, a sudden flood swept through the field. The ground became a river. The boys ran, but the water was faster. Youssef was swept away. The next day, they found his body, along with 7 others, dead. His mother, Fatima Zahra, still keeps his small football shoes by the door, a quiet shrine to a life cut short. The flood stole more than lives. It stole joy and reminded everyone how quickly a fun game can turn into a tragedy. Yet, allow me to share with you some numbers and facts regarding natural disasters in Morocco. At the beginning, I mentioned the tremendous loss from flash floods in various cities in the country. Also, if you look at this chart, you can clearly see the number of natural disasters fatalities, which are only going to go up as the issue of climate change is getting worse and worse. Here, you can see in more detail the level of death these floods inflict on local communities. For example, in Mohammedia alone, and over 3 years, 63 lives have been lost to floods. So what is the solution, you might ask? Well, we propose a community-based, multi-channel early warning system. This system is 3-faceted. It sends alerts using a phone app, targeted SMS, and mosques' loudspeakers. Why we chose this solution? Because it ensures that alerts reach everyone, including those who are far from their phones, without internet, or even illiterate. It uses mosques' loudspeakers as a communication channel and provides a trusted and culturally credible source of information. Moreover, the system can work even if there are power outages, with solar-powered devices and power banks. Finally, these alerts are immediate and easy to understand, making it highly effective in emergency situations. In short, this solution maximizes coverage, trust, and speed, which are critical for saving lives during disasters. So now let me explain how each alert type works. Take a look at this diagram. It shows how our system works and the different channels it uses. First, a mobile application with real-time alerts. Via the internet, the phone receives a notification alert through a phone app that is user-friendly and multilingual. This notification provides users with the type of emergency, whereabouts, the affected areas, and what to do. Secondly, a targeted SMS alert is sent to residents in affected areas in case individuals have no internet connectivity or just don't use smartphones. This is done through wireless emergency alerts technology. Finally, a third alert is broadcasted via loudspeakers of local mosques using weather radio technology and specific area message encoding. This alert starts with a siren and followed with a vocal message detailing the emergency at hand. This 3-dimensional system ensures that alerts reach as many people as possible, regardless of their whereabouts and the technology they possess. Here we have some wireframes of some basics features of the app and what it looks like. This screen shows the necessity to have the location turned on in the phone. Also, next to it is a screen showing an example of the message people will receive. After conducting an initial user interview, we had the following feedback. First, some users complained about the response time provided by emergency alerts. Secondly, some users expressed curiosity and confusion when exploring the app. suggesting that certain features might not be immediately intuitive. Throughout our presentation, we have shown how floods and other natural disasters devastate vulnerable rural populations. Our solution, using mosque loudspeakers, is a strong starting point. However, based on user feedback, especially from women like Fatima Zahra, we recommend key improvements. Install backup speaker units closer to homes in remote areas. Train local community leaders, not just imams, to deliver clear, real-time warnings. Develop simple audio alerts that everyone can understand, even during storms. With these changes, our system will be truly inclusive and life-saving. If given funding to continue working on the solution, we would 1. Partnerships and collaboration. Work with local governments, emergency services, and international organizations to ensure the system is adopted as an official public alert tool and use AI and big data to predict and track disasters, offering faster and more accurate alerts to collect the most reliable data worldwide. 2. Community education programs. Launch awareness campaigns and training sessions to teach communities how to respond effectively to different types of disasters. Third, technology innovation. Invest in new technologies like AI prediction models, satellite communication, and wearable alert devices to ensure reliable alerts even during power or network outages. Fourth, global expansion. Adapt and deploy the solution in different countries, customizing it to the specific risks and needs of each region. 5. Educate and empower communities. Develop educational campaigns inside the app to teach users how to react to different disasters. Create customizable emergency plans for families, schools, and businesses. To recapitulate, our solution to natural disasters is a preemptive approach. It relies on multiple ways and tested technologies. It takes into consideration our users' experiences and pain points. Our solution is an integrated approach that will spare lives, property, public resources, and most of all, avoid having to tell a story like Youssef's.